you probably, things escalate across the risk curve, right? So the funds that we currently have, I would say, are like maybe a 2 on the risk curve of 0 to 10. 0 being no risk, 10 being all the risk in the world. Because we've mitigated counterparty risk, we've mitigated volatility risk, but there still is risk that the strategies underperform, which has happened at certain points. So, that's the risk there. It is not a, foolproof way to generate returns, but you also participate if there's additional upside, you get that too. Further down the risk curve, I don't think that you'll ever be able to reduce risk to 0. I don't. If there are returns, there's always some risk, right? Even annuities, mutual funds, structured products that have some type of monthly return, real estate, all of that has risk. It's on the lower end of the risk curve, but there are still some risks. So I would lump those type of things in on the lower end of the risk curve: bonds, treasuries, those types of things where it's very unlikely that the counterparty would default. And leveraging the XRP in some way through different partnerships and institutional custody and providers to be able to get a reflected value of the XRP to be able to participate in those types of products. That'll be on the low end of the risk curve. There are institutional strategies that have been proven over durations of time. There are, even a little bit further up the risk curve, there are new strategies that people have, trialed in small amounts, but they haven't escalated up to, 10 million, 100 million, 500 million, $1 billion in allocation. And oftentimes as you escalate up the amount of assets that are being put to work, you get a reduction in the returns. You run into the Warren Buffett problem, right? A lot of the time, a lot of the value that you can generate in real estate, as an example, isn't going to be on $100 million properties. Now, occasionally you find stuff like condos in Florida or Hawaii because of certain regulations there where people can generate outsized returns because of those jurisdictions and the way that they've done it. But, for the large majority of high-end real estate or primary real estate, you're just going to get the cash flow off of it. It's not going to have a huge IRR. Now, if you go downstream to things that are 5, 10, 20 million, and they're in secondary or tertiary markets or in growing areas, and you can renovate them and increase the value of the property and up the rents and do different things, yeah, you probably get some additional upside there, both in the valuation of the property over the time and the cash flow that you're generating. So you can see